Winston, I'm showing you something on the screen, and for our listeners who are watching online, you can see that as well. If you look at the Western region map, right, Western and Western North region map, you see these dark greens area on the Ghana map. These dark green areas are the forest reserves.
Right.
So from Eastern region all the way to Western Western North, you see a lot of these forest reserves. And this map I'm showing you is the Google Earth image from 2020.
Okay. So you're zooming in, right?
I'm zooming in to that area. We are talking about the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve area. Now, Kojo, this line you see here is the Tano River. You see that as at 2020, the Tano River was brown.
Yep.
People were mining in the Tano River. So this area just within the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve where the Tano River flows, you see people are mining all over.
So what we are seeing, if you're listening on radio, okay, the river is a winding brown line.
Yes.
Running through the green.
Coming all the way from the middle belt, somewhere in the BA, coming all the way here.
Yes, but at some point within the Tano Nimri River, within the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve, you notice that around the river, it's not just a straight line anymore, but there are the brown has sort of spread. It's as if the line has been smudged.
Yes. So this is
so that you see a good amount of brown land on either side of the riverbank, just in the area where the river is running through Tano Nimri, right?
Now, let me give you a size of some of these areas as at the year 2020. So I'm measuring live on the Google Earth app, right?
Right.
This area is about, I'll give you the areas in acres, right? So this area I've measured here is about 54 acres.
That's a smudged area.
Yes.
So that's all Galamsey.
Yes. Now, to give you some context, right? The Accra Sports Stadium pitch is about 1.92 acres. So 54 acres is about 25 times the size of the Accra Sports Stadium pitch.
Good Lord.
My point is that people cannot be doing this anywhere on this earth if we've put in the right monitoring strategies. You should be able to see this easily, Kojo. Even if we don't invest in world-class GIS systems and we are using even Google Earth, we can get a sense of where people are destroying and how things are going. Now I've come forward to 2025. Kojo, have you seen new things coming up, or I should go back to 2020?
Oh my goodness!
So you see this area is green.
New smudges, right?
Yes, several new areas have been cleared within the area.
Oh, wow.
So you see this area. This one is right within the forest. You see this area, and if I zoom in, you see that they've diverted water. They've dug a lot of big excavations, and they are mining in here. And it's not just this area, Kojo. If I take you on a virtual tour of Ghana and show you how mining is happening, in fact, if you zoom out of the Ghana map and you see any brown area, there are two things you'll find. Either the brown area is a settlement, so communities where people live, or it's an area being mined. You can point to any location in the map and ask me to zoom in. And if I zoom in, you'd see that the brown area is either a settlement or an area being mined. So the ministry must come again. The institutions working on illegal mining must come again. They must give us a good sense of the work they're doing. So this is a town called Akwaboso, right? Winston, this is your region, so you'd know some of these towns. All around the town, there is illegal mining happening. So you see these settlements. All around the town, there is illegal mining. And all these mining activities are happening right next to our water bodies. So if I bring you to the eastern region, to the Osino area, to the Tiwa area, if I take you to the Ashanti region, if I take you to parts of Bunahafo region, parts of even Savannah region and all those places, there is a lot of mining going on. So if we go to Esasi Bontefo, for example, this is Esasi Bontefo, right? This is the town. There's a large mine here, right? And then you just go deep into the rest of the areas around Obuasi, and it's just illegal mining. And with this, you don't need special drones. You don't need special people. You don't need special teams. You can just sit on Google Earth, right? And go to say 2020 and see the areas which are green. Then you fast forward to 2025. You see the areas which are brown, and then you zoom in, and then you get the people. So I get it that the minister yesterday in a video I saw was crying and everything. But he's been, there was a video of the minister crying about the Akoto mining issue and how they are destroying our landscape. But this is not the first time he's been a minister. And for the president too, this is not the first time he's been a president. He was president when this big conversation about illegal mining happened. To be fair to him, illegal mining didn't start with him. It started a long time ago. But it became a big issue then. It transitioned into Akufo-Addo, who failed big time in dealing with illegal mining. He promised, he put his presidency on the line, and he put it away. He put the illegal mining away to enjoy his presidency. Right. Now President Mahama is back. He's had experience. This minister has had experience. I don't want us to treat this like we did yesterday. And it's not like we don't have the tools to enable us know what is happening, where it's happening, and who is doing this.
You see, talking about you don't want us to treat it the same way. And you're right. Illegal mining in the past had been seen as a form of protest mining. So when it started, we said that it was because indigenous Ghanaians didn't have access to mining. Initially, they were mining these artisanal mines, and so we had conversations about even small-scale mining as a way of protecting, as a way of dealing with the whole menace of illegal mining. Then it became an issue of greed, pure greed. It is no longer protest mining, because today it is purely a matter of greed. But this is the problem. At the time between 2017, when Akufo-Addo took over and was engaged in a whole lot of fight against illegal mining, one thing was very clear: that even though you could see improvement in water bodies, there was also the fact that the real brains behind illegal mining were not the ones that were being arrested. So if you arrest, these guys. 29 Ghanaians have been arrested with 8 Chinese. 38 Ghanaians, 8 Chinese. The next moment, somebody is going to go back. I was telling you yesterday when I was returning from Takrady, when I was returning from Mpoho on Sunday, I was listening to a program in Takrady on Sky Power FM. And I learned in that program that the Subri Forest Shelter, Forest Belt, where we were told that some 10,000 people were there. The whole Subri area town doesn't have 10,000 voters. But in that area alone,
there are 10,000
people engaged in illegal mining. They engaged in illegal mining. They engaged in all manner of vices. Now people trafficking. The people that went there were overwhelmed, and the people had actually started returning to the place again. My point is simply this: enough of the parading. Get the brains behind illegal mining. And I am sorry, they know the brains behind illegal mining. They know them. So don't come and tell me you've arrested some people who are engaged in illegal, because if you arrest them, people will go back. The people who sponsor these guys will go look for the next group of people to sponsor. But it's like the drug business. If you catch the baron, and unlike the drug business that sometimes it's so difficult to identify the baron, in Ghana, we know who the barons are. Didn't you hear Speaker Alban Suman and Kingsford Bagbin say that the MPs should stop, the politicians should stop engaging in illegal mining? Did I say that? Did I say that? Speaker Bagbin said it. Jojo, look for that voice for me. Speaker Bagbin said politicians, members of parliament should stop engaging in illegal mining. As the president, as the Lands and Natural Resources Minister, saying that they are not aware. This is a charade. If we want to deal with illegal mining, go and target the brains behind illegal mining. And I tell you what, in no time, it will stop.
Winston,
let me give you some evidence of why perhaps it hasn't stopped yet. It's because the people who are supposed to stop it are the kingpins. So you remember when NDC was in opposition, they were vehement that when they come into office, they will catch all the illegal mining kingpins and even release the small fry. You remember? Okay. Now they are in office. They've been in office for 3 months. Sam George said that if President Akufo-Addo had wanted to stop illegal mining in a week, he could have done so. So what is it about 105 days? That is still not enough for John Mahama to stop illegal mining if he wanted to. it must simply mean that just as there was a transition from NPP to NDC government, there was a transition from NPP to NDC illegal miners.
Which is the case.
So today, the people who are doing illegal mining are in the government. It's as simple as that. That is the only reason, the only thing that will explain why they haven't been stopped. Look, so the the lands minister was talking tough about Akonta mining. I'm happy to hear him talking tough about Akonta mining. But all he has done is revoke their license. He has listed illegalities that they've carried out, according to him.
Who is being punished for all that?
Nobody, according to his statement. They are simply having their license revoked to the point where they can even respond with their own statement, telling us that they have never mined in a forest reserve. Today we will talk to Erastus. He will tell us whether or not Akonta mining has ever mined in a forest reserve. We'll find out today. But they have released a statement saying they haven't. Right? Because nobody has been arrested. No, whether kingpin or small fry, nobody has been arrested. You see, and look, for me, I'll just end with this. It is quite simple. They don't want it to stop. Your government does not want illegal mining to stop. If they wanted it to stop, it would have stopped. So every morning you wake up and illegal mining continues, well, your water bodies are polluted, and you are not sure of the quality of the food you are even buying in Ghana to eat, because you don't know what soil it was grown in, and you don't know what heavy metals are in it. Every day that you wake up and children are being born with eyeballs on their forehead, every day that thing continues, just know and understand it is because your government does not want it to stop.
Look, Kojo,
there's a final image I want to show you, Winston.
Yes, you show me that and I'll say something, because look, there's a lot of things to be said, and you show me, I'll tell you something.
Kojo Yankton, have you seen this image I'm showing? What do you see? It's all green, right? You see palm plantations and all that. It's all green. Winston, do you know which area of Ghana this is?
Let's zoom in so I can see the area.
I'm not going to zoom in or zoom out yet, but this image is 2018. Now this is 2024.
Oh my God!
And this
it's
is
all brown.
Winston's Mpoho.
My goodness.
This is your Mpoho.
It's all brown.
I showed you an area which was green with oil palms, all those things. Now this is your Mpoho in 2025.
Can we all accept that much as Nana Akufo-Addo failed abysmally to deal with Galamsey, and must hold himself responsible for the numerous deaths that have occurred because of it, much as he failed, 3 months after he left, Galamsey is worse? Can we accept that? And everybody who ever criticized him for it, who belonged to the other party, which is now in government, anybody who criticized Akufo-Addo for Galamsey, who is in the NDC, you should hang your head in shame, because it's worse. Who would have thought, as you were walking around the country convincing us to vote for you, that you would come and 3 months later it would be worse? Who would have thought?
Look, and let me just make this brief point. In the build-up to election 2024, the political parties kept accusing one another of engaging in illegal mining. The current president said no member of his government shall be giving a mining lease or license. I think the current president should also move a step further and find out persons within his party, because he's the leader of the NDC, persons within his party, some of whom are sponsors, who are engaged in illegal mining.
But are we saying he doesn't know?
I am saying that he knows those people. He should go ahead and deal with them. Look, because here we are talking about, Akonta mining, we have arrested. Who's behind Akonta mining? All those who have engaged in anything. Go and deal with them. Listen to the speaker, Alban Sumanakins for Babi.
And the people you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that some of you are participating in it. So please, first desist from doing it yourself, Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible. But that is no problem. It's only expensive. Well, annually, the water we get as a country can refill all these rivers. But how do you do away with what has already been polluted? And the environment, how do you repair the damage? That is the challenge we have.
How do you remove the heavy metals from the soil?
Speaker Abansumana Kingsford Bagby.